Hello everyone and welcome to this video about analytics. To start off, we will head to the analytics section available here in the navigation bar. And by going into the analytics section, you will notice that you are forwarded to metrics region, where you can have an overview of different reports created by the system based on each specific topic. As an example, for headcount, you can see how it is evolving, how it is segmented by department, workplace, status, and some other insights. And the same goes for any of the other topics. For each of them, you will see the at a glance section where you have some AI-powered insights based on the data available in these reports. For demographics, you will see insights about the gender, age, distribution, and some additional insights. For retention, you can have an overview of the employee turnover rate. For time off, you get to see the absence rate and how it compares per department, legal entity, and so on. And also the compensation theme, where you can have an overview of the comp ratio distribution. Additionally, in the Reports tab, you get to see all the existing reports that you have already created and saved. In this list, you can group it by status and easily get to all the reports that are shared. For example, you can sort the list differently, filter it, or even search directly for a specific report. Once you start to create a new one, you need to head to Create Report and either start from scratch or use one of the already existing templates. Here you can also see that we keep up with the theme distribution. So for each theme, you get to see some of the already available reports. During this video, we will look into the full-time equivalent. So you can click Create, and the system will already add a title and a brief description to your report. Choose the most suitable chart type, the time range, the segmentation, and filters. This is something that you can adjust. So if you would like to look into the data using a horizontal bar chart or even a line, that's something that you can adjust and make it very personalized for the use case that you are looking into or the outcome that you would like to use. You can also adjust the dates using one of the dynamic dates, such as previous months, 12 months, this month, which will always be the month in which you open the report, or you can use a custom date in which you can set the specific start date and end date using the date picker. To make it easier, let's look into the past 6 months. And for the time range, you can also group the data based on the specific weeks, months, or quarters. Additionally, you can also segment the data based on the department, for example, in which you have the FTE per department per month, or even combine and segment the data with up to 2 attributes. You will notice that regardless of your choices here, you will always see the chart that you chose and underneath it a table with the exact numbers per department and workplace in this case, or any other settings based on how you configure the report. If you would like to look into the data that is behind any of these numbers, you can click on the desired number and see the exact FTE per person that is being taken into account for the desired period and segmentation rules. Additionally, you can also filter the report by supervisor, for example, team, any other attribute that you would like to leverage, and you can either remove or update one of the already existing filters that the system will add for you when using a template. Once everything is set up according to your needs, you can hit save and have the report already available in your list. Additionally, let's look into an additional template. So when we look into the birthdays, for example, you can notice that this is no longer a visual chart, but rather a table. And here, in addition to the time range, you can specify the columns that you would like to see. As an example, if the position is not particularly useful for you, it is something that you can delete, and the table will always be updated according to your choices. You can add additional columns and even group the data based on department or any other of the attributes already available in the table. As mentioned in the previous one, you can also filter the data, and as we are looking into birthdays, for example, you can decide within each range you want to look into. I'll go ahead and remove the grouping and save. If this is a report that you find beneficial for any of your colleagues, you can easily share it with them by clicking on the share button and choosing the specific colleagues with whom you would like to share it with. You can add a personalized message, and once you share, you can be sure that the system will look into the specific access rights of each of them in the background. So this means that if one of them only has access to a specific legal entity, for example, when accessing this report, they will only see the employees who are assigned to the respective legal entity and no one else. So you can rest assured that the data is secure and not shown to a colleague that shouldn't have access to it. If needed, you can delete any of the reports that are no longer needed by selecting them and clicking delete, or even export one of the reports that you have created and easily store it in a presentation or document. So now that we have already looked into the different reports, options, and how it works, our recommendation is to go ahead and explore not only the options when starting from scratch, but also looking into the existing templates, the data that is available, and making the most out of it. Have fun!